There's something I'd like you to see, Hagakure. This notebook. What is this? Why does this have my name on it? I found this in the locker room, on the second floor of the dorms. Take a look inside, would you? Even without looking, I can tell you I know nothing about this. Whoa, sup? It doesn't just look the same, dude. What the hell? This straight up is my handwriting. Why do you have... I don't remember writing any of... What? Then I seriously? You attended classes here at the academy, Hagakure. But you... forgot it. No frickin' way, dude. I want to believe it about as much as you do, but I can't explain the existence of this notebook without accepting it as the truth. Huh? Who is that? It's my notebook. The handwriting inside is unmistakably my own. But I don't remember anything about it, just like Hagakure. The reason for that is a 2-year blank? Look at all the evidence. Don't you think it's about time to accept it? Christ almighty, you guys are depressing. You'd think we were at the freaking funeral, not solving mysteries. Not that I've ever been to a goddamn funeral. Okay. Fuck yeah. 2 years of school, a significant portion of your youth. With every exciting class, every heart-pounding event, you grew closer and closer together. And then, precisely 1 year ago, tragedy struck. Tragedy by the name of the mankind's most despairingly maleficent and monstrous malefication. You watched the world end before your very eyes. But you forgot all of that, including your despair. And having forgotten, you fought back against this Academy Coliseum. As an aside, I'd like to clarify something about the memories you all lost. I can't do it. It's too tiring. I've grown bored of explaining things. Huh? I've grown tired of this world. People talk about wanting new and interesting experiencing, but nobody actually does anything interesting. This damn place is hopelessly fucking dull. What are you talking about? In a way, I'm envious of all of you. That you have the opportunity to submit yourself to the all-encompassing embrace of despair. So you can come up with the rest of yourselves. You can come up with the rest of yourselves. I'm tired of explaining shit. Come up with what? To put it simply, I'm asking you to tell me precisely where the gap in your memory lies. Where the gap in our memories lie? So she wants to know what's the last thing we can remember before we lost our memories. There's only one thing that comes to mind. The thing that happened is the admission notice? The entrance ceremony. Oh no. Yep. No, I know I messed up. Please don't die. The emission notice? Not the emission notices, really? I have butlers. Ah. I literally cannot be doing this, like, seriously. Well, we passed out. The gap in our memory could only exist at one point in time. When I stepped into the hallway outside the entrance hall on the first day. Holy shit! I was struck by a strange sensation and then I lost consciousness. Wow, you still got it in you. Well, I know all the sciencey details, but when you guys experienced it as losing consciousness, it was like a disturbance in your perception of time brought on by the memory loss-ish. Well, something like that. After that, I woke up lying on a desk in one of the classrooms. I thought I was waking up after having just barely collapsed in the entrance hall. But it didn't just barely happen, it happened 2 years ago. And the reason he thought it had just happened was because he lost all of his intervening memories. 2 years of memories, which means you guys weren't meeting each other for the first time. In spite of that, you all proceeded to introduce yourselves to each other. At that point in time, we had already spent 2 years together as classmates. That's where those pictures really came from. Right on the nose. Basically, all that killing was among the friends you guys spent the last 2 years with. And all you could escape to... and all so you could escape to a dead outside world. That's gotta be rough, and there's not even anything out there for you to return to. You're the one who pulled the strings and made it happen. I love all of you. Huh? Since our lives here together first started, you're all I've thought about. Isn't it natural that I would grow to have feelings for you? Instead I just adore every last one of you, I'll tell you a little something. Let's talk about the Super Duper High School Desparification of Humanity Project. Ugh, Desparification of Humanity Project? Our story begins 2 years ago. 2 years ago when you all first came here. Your first year as students overflowed with peace and hope. You led singingly normal lives. And everyone was perfectly content. Man, those were the days. However, it didn't last long. There was only peace for the first year. Because 1 year after you entered the academy, an incident occurred that threw mankind into despair. An incident by the name of the mankind's Monokuma. And with it, humanity's era of peace and harmony came to a screeching halt. Of course, this academy was no exception. Nearly all of the academy students were annihilated as a result of the malefication. Who what? High school despair caused mankind's malefication. I can't imagine it was just you and Makuro. So it is an organization, a group, a family? Yes, to answer your question. None of the above, or how should I put it, it's more abstract than that. Despair is contagious. Perhaps you could say it's like a phenomenon. Everyone despairs. And now everything in this deceased shell of a world is despair. Therefore, if you take up arms against despair, you're taking up arms against the world itself. I don't understand. I was not speaking in the hopes that you would understand. Besides, we veered off subject. Let's get back to the topic then. Having suffered catastrophic damage, the only students still alive at the academy were you. You, the 78th class, were all that remained. And then see, something awesome happened. Pay close attention. This is important, so I'll only say it once. Oh god. Work began to convert the academy into a shelter to protect all the survivors. Wowzers. Yep, work began to convert the academy into a shelter. That was twice. Now, as for the person in charge of the conversation, in other words, the one who locked you all in here. Does anyone know who that was? The headmaster? It had to have been the headmaster. The headmaster tried to protect us by converting the academy into a shelter. To protect us from the despair of the malefication occurring outside. That's why he had us make the commitment. To potentially spend the rest of our lives inside the academy. I'm sure this is what the headmaster was thinking. As long as you, our hope for the future, survive, we can rebuild the world as many times as necessary. Yes, the headmaster had that much hope for you. And because we too knew that he did. We agreed to spend the rest of our lives here. But converting this place into a shelter was also the headmaster's biggest slip-up. It's funny, he was the headmaster and he didn't know that we, the super-duper high school despair, were already inside the academy. And the shelter that was supposed to protect you guys ended up being the cage that kept you from escaping your despair. For me, at least, it was a big help. He saved me a ton of work. And for the record, it was none other than you, yourselves, who sealed the doors and windows. You toiled away foolishly, restricting all access to the outside world at the headmaster's direction. So we sealed ourselves in with our own hands? Then you went and forgot and started making a shit ton of fucking noise about it. Oh no, we're trapped. Once the conversation was complete, it was time for me and Makoto to make our play. The start of the Academic Coliseum. That very moment was the reason Makoto and I came to the Academy 2 years ago. This Academic Coliseum was to be the climax of our Desperification of Humanity project. Okay, now it makes sense. Furthermore, the reason you survived the malefication was so we could have you participate in this climax. Saying you let us live so you can make us kill each other? Why would you go so far? Because this isn't simply about killing each other, about you killing each other. It is, so to speak, a witch hunt, a way to weed out and eliminate the remaining scraps of hope in the world. What do you mean? There are still some stragglers out there dragging their feet, a few who have yet to let go of their hope. So I wanted to put on a show for them, and to that what do you think I did? The puppet master had to do something so she could put on a show for the people outside. Oh god, this! Oh. Broadcast? Yep. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. A. S. Whew. I just have a little of health. You hijacked the broadcast signals. Yes, I did that. I wanted the world to watch the students of the academy, their symbol of hope, killing each other. That was the goal all along, the climax of the Desperification of Humanity project. By watching despair bring you to your knees, watching you, their hope, take up arms against one another. Their despair would spread like an epidemic, wiping out all the remaining hope. Ain't it amazing what TV can do? By the way, thanks to my little broadcast, we had a bunch of folks drop by to try and save you guys. They did? Help came? They were randomly exterminated by the heavy weaponry at the gates. Exterminated? It's all thanks to you. That I was able to grant unto the people who so ordinarily obstinate as to resort to force. The ultimate despair. Death. You used us to bring despair to the people outside? Look at it this way. In exchange, you got the chance to live. That's what they call give and take. Give and take my ass. Give me a goddamn break. And then you want to know why I chose to spare you when I had all other students were here killed? We spent 2 years together. All those memories, they're important to me. We are classmates after all. That's a lie. I just thought it would intensify your despair when you found out I was a classmate. Voila! There! There is the truth you so yearned for. So tell me, how deep is your despair? Now that the mysteries have been solved, just how deep is your despair? Don't tell me. You actually planned for the truth to come out? And what if I did? If my true intention behind accepting your challenge was to squeeze every last drop of hope out of you? If my goal in giving you the chance to solve the mysteries was to show you how hopeless the truth is, then what would you do? See, the truth isn't necessarily a bastion of hope. Some truths are fucking nests of despair, just like this one. A nest of despair? No, I can't. Also, all those incentives I gave you were actually completely meaningless. Since the world's already ended. Meaningless? So all this time, we've been killing each other over nothing? Oof. Oof. Yeah. That's pretty, yeah. That's despair, alright. Not just that, you did it to escape this place, even though you chose to put yourselves in here. All the while unaware that we had been classmates for 2 years? That ain't funny. I hear you, dude. You're amazing, yeah, I hear you loud and clear. So please don't kill me, I beg you, I'll do anything, just spare me! So this is how a mortal begs for its life. I must admit, even I've never seen something so boorish. But you know what? Begging doesn't work on me. All I want from you is despair. Nothing else to it, not even a reason. Without a reason, you can't comprehend me. Without a reason, you can't prepare for anything I do. Incomprehensible, unpredictable, irrational. That is the super-duper high school despair. Hold on a sec. You keep preaching at us about all this crap. But we can't be sure you're even telling the truth. Huh? You say the world is in ruins, but I haven't seen it with my own 2 eyes. I won't believe it. I refuse to believe that that's the truth. Until you've seen it with your own eyes, it exists as both true and false simultaneously. That is to say, you're in a stage similar to that of the Schrodinger cat, Negi. That having been said, what are you getting at? Are you gonna keep on saying I refuse to believe until you go outside and see for yourself? That's a bad idea. Go out into the dead world and you'll all be dead right along with it. It's not like I'm lying to you. Even if you aren't. I do not want to give in to you. I do not want to lose to you. Not just for me, but also for everyone who died at your hands. What? Died at my hands? What are you talking about? You guys are the ones who went around killing each other. I didn't actually murder anyone. I simply gave you a little light nudge, that is all. To be driven to murder so easily, you really are a belligerent species. And that is why the Academic Coliseum came to fruition, mortal. You can talk about how hope this and hope that all you want, but really you give in to despair pretty easy. And I fucking love it. Yes! You're wrong. This was no Coliseum. It was a one-sided massacre. You stole our memories, fabricated incentives, and used that to back us into a corner. It's all your fault. Fascinating. You've completely shifted the blame. That's the source of your hope, isn't it, Negi? However, we don't have any time left to talk about it. It's about time we brought this to a close. Bring it to a close? Ballot time, obviously. Those are the rules, aren't they? Oh, and by the way, since this is the final ballot, I decided to change the rules up a bit, too. You changed them? You guys are hope, and I'm despair. The vote is to decide which of those two deserve to be punished. And if there's even one vote in favor of punishing Hope, then I will be declared the victor and Team Hope will be punished. Even one vote? No worries, I will of course not be participating in the ballot. Even so, you got a huge advantage. Don't worry, nobody here would choose to have themselves executed. Oh, and while you're at it, if I win, you guys' punishment is to peacefully and quietly go senile inside the academy. That's what I've decided on. Huh? So, you're saying, basically, we just continue living here? It means we could survive, don't it? And if you don't like that, then you can punish me and go into the world. The dead world. A world in which only despair exists. I don't imagine you'll survive long. What's your point? No matter what you say, we... Stop right there! I just realized something. Just having you rot away here is pretty damn dull, and the audience will never go for it. Alright, I've got it. I'll give you one spectacular motherfucking punishment. What do you mean? That one person will be executed. As for who, I've got that under control. Negi, you're the one. Me? I don't like you, Negi. You've been being really defiant. In short, I'm giving you two choices. Even if one of you wishes to punish Hope, then Negi will receive a cruel punishment, and everyone else will live happily together here. But if all of you wish to punish me, then I'll have you leave this place. And you will leave, and then you will die miserable deaths in the outside world. So basically, if you throw Negi to the sharks, the rest of you will get to live. Holy shit. Throw me to the sharks? No, they never. What's this? All out of steam? Not so sure of yourself anymore. Are you afraid of getting punished? Do you not trust your friends? No, that's not it. It's only natural that you would be experiencing fear. Everyone else seems to have come to the realization that fighting against me is a meaningless endeavor. Guys? Yes, I love those faces. They're beautiful, eroded away by despair. And you too, Kitty Kitty. You can't betray Daddy, can you? I mean, wasn't the headmaster's only desire to make you guys survive? And that's why he went so far as to seal you guys in this place to protect you. Come on, grant your dead daddy's wish. Kitty Kitty? Just one person's despair means game over for ya. It's hopeless, Negi. You're fucked. Who do you think's gonna do it? Whose despair is gonna kill Negi? No one is gonna give in to despair. Nobody is gonna lose to you. I hope that's the case. You're no fun. Stubborn to the bitter end. Ah, whatever. Let's get this over with. The final the final ballad. It all ends there. Your dubious hope. And you as well. The final ballot. This is the final battle. I need to bring everyone back to remind them that they can't give up. That living a life of despair is not actually living at all. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. The headmaster's photo? No, the group photo. I literally cannot mess this up. The purifier has been rigged, so the moment you execute me. No, so the group photo is a bad idea? Nothing but death and despair. I don't know what to do, man! There's not so much as a particle of hope left out there. You'll be laid to rest in a bed of despair. What does that mean? Oh my god! I don't know. I just don't know how to continue. Despair of the world and yourself. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Did not expect that. Oh no. Yeah, trying this shit again. Thank God for, oh my god, I'm so happy I'm playing this on normal and I'm able to do this, 'cause fucking hell.